Let's take a moment together to understand what's going on with Gavi's knee. Pablo Martín Páez Gavira, or Gavi for short, is one of the most talented players in Barcelona and the Spanish national team, but since November 2023, his right knee has been bothering him and he's been through a few things. Let's go over it. And the story of the knee begins on November 19th, 2023, when during a Euro qualifier match against Georgia with the Spanish national team, he twisted his knee and tore his ACL. And just the next day, Barcelona announced that he was going to undergo surgery and that his season was over. After 10 long months of physiotherapy, he returned to team training on September 12, 2024, and on October 20th, 2024, after almost a year away from the pitch, the moment every Barca fan had been waiting for finally arrived, he returned to play. And now we come to the present, when just about a week and a half ago, Barcelona announced that Gavi was having problems with his right knee. At first, they talked about some kind of minor issue, but as time went on, they realized that wasn't the case. Then they did an MRI and saw, thank you, a meniscus tear. Just in a nutshell, and if you want, you can look into it further, the menisci are two cartilages found in each of our knees, located between the shin and the thigh. They function as shock absorbers for our knees, and that's what they do. They're responsible for cushioning movement from top to bottom. But when we make a twisting movement with the knee, sometimes they tear. The big problem with menisci is that they have almost no blood supply, which means that once there's a tear, the tissue itself doesn't heal. In such cases, a decision needs to be made whether to try conservative rehabilitation with physiotherapy or to have surgery. In Gavi's case, fortunately, they chose not to operate and to try physiotherapy for several weeks. The reason I say fortunately is that the latest research shows that's the right approach. It's important to preserve as much of the meniscus as possible and to remove as little of it as possible during surgery. Additionally, the results with physiotherapy are good. In other words, there's a very good chance that with a few weeks of physiotherapy, Gavi will recover and the symptoms will disappear. The tear will probably still be there, but the symptoms of pain or movement restriction will already be gone. So where does that leave us now? As of today, Barcelona has allocated about 3 weeks for the club's physiotherapy team to improve Gavi's condition. If there is significant improvement, he won't need to undergo surgery. If, at the end of these 3 weeks, there isn't significant improvement in the knee's condition, then they will have to make a decision. Either to perform surgery to remove the torn piece of meniscus or to stitch it. If he removes it, the recovery will take another 3 to 4 weeks, but if they stitch it, that's a whole different story. That would mean being out for another entire season. We'll keep following Gavi's recovery, but again, my bet is that in 3 or 4 weeks, he'll already be back in training with them.